Greetings, everybody, and welcome back to Weekly Wildlife Wisdom. So far, I've been your host, Zero Yeti. Without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing of the week being Marones unguiculatus, better known as the Mongolian gerbil or Mongolian gerd, is a species of rodent belonging to the subfamily Gerbillinae, which is native throughout China, Mongolia, and the Russia Federation. Here, Mongolian gerbils tend to inhabit grasslands, shrublands, steppes, and deserts, where they feed upon various grasses, sedges, forbs, and shrubs. These gerbils live in patriarchal groups, generally consisting of one dominant pair, the most recent litter, a few of the dominant pair's siblings, and on rare occasions, a few unrelated allied gerbils. The group lives in a central burrow with 10 to 20 exits. Some deeper burrows with only 1 to 3 exits in their territory may also exist. These deeper burrows are used to escape from predators when they are too far from the central burrow. A group's burrows often interconnect with other groups. Mongolian gerbils are preyed upon by snakes, foxes, martens, and various birds of prey, such as owls, kites, and eagles. Reach around 4.25 to 5.25 inches or 10.8 to 13.3 centimeters in body length and 2 to 4.25 ounces or 60 to 130 grams in weight. With a 3.75 to 4.75 inch or 9.5 to 12.1 centimeter long tail. The Mongolian gerbil is a small, hardy rodent known for their gentle demeanor. This is why they started being domesticated and kept as pets beginning in the late 18th and early 19th centuries. Selective breeding for the pet trade has resulted in a wide range of over 20 different color patterns and varieties. Mongolian gerbils also have a long history of use in scientific research and became widespread throughout laboratories around the world in the 1950s, but their use has now largely fallen out of practice. In the wild, Mongolian gerbils breed in February and October. After a 23 to 26-day pregnancy, a mother gerbil will give birth to 2 to 8 pups. The young are born blind, naked, and helpless, weighing around 2.5 grams each. They are weaned at around 1.5 months old and become reproductively mature around 2 to 5 months of age. Under ideal conditions, a Mongolian gerbil may live up to 5 years. Next up is Tylotriton shingjing, better known as the emperor newt, the union newt, the mandarin newt, or the mandarin salamander. It is a highly toxic newt native to southern and western China, particularly the province of Yunnan. They typically inhabit pools and slow-moving streams in subtropical forests and alpine woodlands between 3,300 and 8,200 feet or 1,000 to 2,500 meters in elevation. These nocturnal amphibians typically feed upon various insects, worms, arachnids, millipedes, mollusks, and crustaceans. Reaching up to 8 inches or 20 centimeters in length, the emperor newt sports a ridged orange head with a darker, almost black body, and a single orange ridge running down its back to the tail tip. This dorsal ridge is paralleled by a row of circular orange bumps on each side of the newt's body. The tail and legs are the same shade of orange, which can vary based off of population, diet, and distribution. The newt's orange bumps along its back are its poison glands, and when the newt is grabbed, the tips of the ribs will squeeze out poison from these glands. Emperor newts have enough toxin to kill approximately 7,500 mice. Emperor newts spend the majority of their lives exclusively on land. However, during the breeding season, which lasts from May throughout August, they travel to water fields, rice paddies, ponds, and flooded trenches in which to mate. During courtship, the male and female turn in circles underwater, with their snouts nearly touching. The female deposits around 20 to 100 eggs on the rocks and plants in the standing bodies of water. The eggs can be deposited singularly or in clumps. Under ideal conditions, a emperor newt may live upwards of 20 years. Next up is Sanella longirostris, better known as the long-snouted spinner dolphin, or simply the spinner dolphin. It is a small dolphin native to tropical and subtropical waters around the world, between 40 degrees north and 40 degrees south. often being found in coastal waters near islands or banks. Spinner dolphins get their common name for its acrobatic display in which it rotates around its longitudinal axis as it leaps through the air. Spinner dolphins are typically nocturnal feeders which forage for prey in the form of fish, squids, and surgested shrimps. Spinner dolphins are known to cooperatively herd their prey into highly dense circles, which members of the pod repeatedly swim through to catch and feed. Spinner dolphins are themselves preyed upon by various species of sharks, as well as orcas, false killer whales, pygmy killer whales, and short-finned pilot whales. Reach around 4.23 to 7.71 feet, or 129 to 235 centimeters in length, and around 50.7 to 174.2 pounds, or 23 to 79 kilograms in weight. The spinner dolphin is a small cetacean with elongated rostrum and a triangular or subtriangular dorsal fin. A dark band runs from the eye to the flipper, bordered above by a thin light line. They typically have a tripart colored pattern, with the dorsal area being a dark gray, the sides being a light gray, and the underside being a pale gray or white. Notably, some populations have backward-facing dorsal fins. Spinner dolphins have a promiscuous mating system, and mating may occur year-round. Mothers give birth to a single calf after a 10-month pregnancy, and the calves will stay with and nurse from their mother for 2 years. Female spinner dolphins reach temperature around 4 to 7 years, and males at around 7 to 10. Under ideal conditions, a spinner dolphin may live up to 25 years. Next up, we have Melopsittacus undulatus, better known as the budgerigar, the common parakeet, the shell parakeet, or the budgie. It is a species of small, long-tailed seed-eating parrot native to Australia. Budgerigars are nomadic and live in flocks of anywhere from 3 to 100 birds. These flocks move on from site to site as environmental conditions change. They show signs of affection to their flock mates by preening and feeding one another. During times of particular abundance and nice weather, individual flocks may gather together and form a group upwards of 1,000 strong. Budgerigars inhabit both coastal and inland Australia, where they can be found in shrublands, deserts, woodlands, rainforests, coastlines, and grasslands. Budgerigars are herbivores and feed primarily upon grains and seeds of various types of grasses, as well as the occasional fruit or nut. Due to the low moisture content of their food, they are highly dependent on fresh water sources. Reaching on average of 7 inches or 18 centimeters long and 1.1 to 1.4 ounces or 30 to 40 grams in weight, with a 12-inch or 30 centimeter long wingspan. Budgerigars are naturally green and yellow in coloration, with black scalloped markings on the nape, back, and wings. However, since their domestication in the late 1850s, breeders have worked to produce a variety of color patterns and feather mutations, including albino, cinnamon, clearwing, crested, dark, graywing, opaline, pieds, spangled, dilute, and violet. English budgerigars, are more correctly called show or exhibition budgerigars, are about twice as large as their wild counterparts and have puffier head feathers, giving them a boldly exaggerated look. Most captive budgerigars in the pet trade are more similar in size and body conformation to wild budgerigars. Tame budgerigars can be taught to speak, whistle, and play with humans. Breeding in the wild generally takes place between June and September in northern Australia and between August and January in the south, although budgerigars are opportunistic breeders and respond to rains when grass seeds become most abundant. They are generally monogamous, with pairs making nests in the holes of trees, fence posts, or logs lying on the ground. Here a mother budgerigar may lay 4 to 8 eggs, which she will then incubate for around 18 to 21 days, with the young fledgling at about 30 days after hatching. Under ideal conditions, a budgerigar may live upwards of 15 years. Next up, we have Apteronotus albithrons, better known as the black ghost knife fish, is a species of tropical fish belonging to the ghost knife family Apteronotidae. They are native to South America, where they range from Venezuela to the Paraguay-Panara River and throughout the Amazon basin. Here they tend to inhabit sandy bottom streams, creeks, and rivers. They get their name from the belief of some indigenous tribes that the ghosts of the departed take up residence in these fish. Black ghost knife fish are generally nocturnal and spend their days hiding inside of caves as well as under rocks or inside sunken driftwood, before emerging at night to search for food, such as insect larvae, small crustaceans, worms, and small fish. They navigate and locate prey by utilizing electromagnetic fields. While some fish can only receive electrical signals, the black ghost knife fish can both produce and sense electrical impulses. Electrogenesis occurs when a specialized electric organ found in the tail of the fish generates electrical signals, which are thus called electric organ discharges or EODs. Then, for these EODs to be sensed by the fish, electroreception occurs when groups of sensory cells embedded in the skin, known as electroreceptor organs, detect the electrical change. The fish can also use a mechanosensory lateral line system, which detects water disturbances created by the motion of the fish's body. Therefore, the black ghost knife fish uses an active and passive electrosystem, each with its own corresponding receptor organs. Reaching up to 20 inches or 50 centimeters in length, the black knife ghost fish is all black except for two white rings on its tail and a white blaze on its nose, which can occasionally extend into a stripe down its back. It moves mainly by undulating a long fin on its underside. Little is known about its breeding habits, and under ideal conditions, a black ghost knife fish may live up to 15 years. Next up is Bipes biporus, better known as the Mexican mole lizard or five-toed worm lizard. It is a species of amphisbaenian lizard in the family Bipedidae, and one of three species of amphisbaenians that have legs. It is found in the states of Baja California Sur, Guerrero, and Chiapas. In Mexico, where they tend to inhabit deserts and dry shrublands. Like all other amphisbaenians, the Mexican mole lizard is a burrowing species that only surfaces at night or after heavy rain. These subterranean reptiles are opportunistic generalist carnivores, which eat ants, termites, other ground-dwelling insects, larvae, earthworms, and small vertebrates, including other lizards. It usually pulls its prey underground from the surface to start its meal. Measure around 7.1 to 9.4 inches or 18 to 20 centimeters in length and around 0.24 to 0.28 inches or 6 to 8 millimeters in width. The Mexican mole lizard is pink and its skin is closely segmented to give a corrugated appearance similar to earthworms. Its underground movement is by peristalsis of the segments. Its blunt head allows it to burrow into sandy soils efficiently, and its forelimbs are short, strong, and paddle-like, whilst the hind legs are absent, only having vestigial bones. The tail is autonomous without any regeneration. Due to sacrifice the development of its ear to prevent it to dig more efficiently, the Mexican mole lizard has evolved to have its skin transmit vibrations to its cochlea. Mexican mole lizard breeds underground during the summer. It is oviparous, with females laying 1 to 4 eggs. The eggs hatch after 2 months, and the juveniles tend to be pink and then turn white as they grow. Under ideal conditions, a Mexican mole lizard will live upwards of 3 years. And our extinct animal week is Gavialimimus. It is an extinct genus of Plioplatycarpine mosasaur, which swam the seas around what is now North Africa during the Maastrichtian age of the late Cretaceous, some 72 to 66 million years ago. The first described remains of Gavialimimus consisted of an articulated skull and fragmentary postcranial skeleton, which were found in the Ouled Abdon Basin of Morocco in 2020. This holotype specimen was described and named by Strong and colleagues in 2020 as Gavialimimus alamgurimensis. The name Gavialimimus means gharial mimic, in reference to the morphological convergence between Gavialimimus and extant gharials. The specific name Alamagribensis references Al-Maghrib, the type locality of Gavialimimus. In 2022, a second specimen consisting of a partial rostrum was found in the stomach contents of a large mosasaur known as Thalassotitan. And in 2023, Polycom, Sculp, and Goncalves described the fossil of a large mosasaur known as Prognathodon callata from Angola, which preserved three species of mosasaur in its gut contents, including Gavialimimus, a much younger Prognathodon callata, and a new taxon Bintiarabasaurus. Additionally, it has been argued that while other plioplatycarpine mosasaur, known from the same locality, Platycarpus haikiodon, which was described by Camille Arenborg in 1952 based on an isolated tooth, is incredibly similar to Gavialimimus, to the point that a comprehensive 2025 study of mosasaur teeth, as in the Maastrichtian of Morocco, Bardet and colleagues found that P. picayodon was a senior synonym of G. alamgaribensis and proposed the new combination of G. picayodon. Reaching up to 20 feet or 6 meters in length, Gavialimimus was a medium-sized mosasaur. Thanks to its rather unique head, Gavialimimus likely occupied the niche of a large piscivore, indicating that it managed to coexist with several other large mosasaur species in the same area through severe specialization. As always, take care to my guys, gals, non-binary pals. Hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful year.